Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to my book corner. We have a tag video for you today, as it is a Tuesday. We have the Honest Booktuber tag. So, first of all, a massive thank you to Aaron Hook for tagging me in this one. His video is at the top there. His channel is recorded down below as well. Go give him a check out. Go watch his video. Have a look at his answers. Some really interesting insights in there. I first saw this over on Jessica's channel at Jessie Book Girl TV, so I'll link her channel down below as well. And I believe this was originally created by Harriet Rosie 13. So we have 10 prompts. Let's see how we go with this. Let's see if we can be concise. We won't be concise. Number 1, have you ever lied about reading a book? Yes, but not deliberately, which is a bizarre thing to open up with. I can't remember who it was with and what the book was, but we were discussing a book and we got about halfway through the conversation and it suddenly dawned on me that we were talking about two different books. I can't remember if the title was really similar or the plot was relatively similar. I can't remember. Well, it dawned on me halfway through and it's like, I'm not going to admit in this conversation because I don't want to look like an idiot that we're talking about different books. So I bluffed the rest of the conversation, very successfully as well, I might add. So I've no doubt that whoever it was I was speaking to walked away thinking, have they read the same book as me? The answer was no. Number 2, have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around content, author, or other? So content, no. I will avoid certain genres of book, but more because they're not to my taste. A recent example of this is like splatterpunk horror because I'm not really a fan of that sort of horror. And it is quite edgy content. So in an edge case like that, then maybe. But, you know, that's the aim of that genre, so it's a genre preference. In terms of author, I have yet to not read a book because of the author. That being said, there's an author I have covered on the channel who I will not be reading any more of because of some things that came to light earlier this year, which when I did a little bit of digging and a little bit of research left a bit of a nasty taste in the mouth. So there's somebody that I won't be reading again, which is a shame because the books that I read of theirs were absolutely amazing. But generally speaking, I like to try and keep the two separate. So number 3, if you've ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it, I have been sent one book for free, which was Linden Falls. Review for that's up there. I did a full disclosure on both my Goodreads review, on my video, and in my video description as well. Being sent free books is something that doesn't really affect me. I don't go for ARCs or anything like that. I don't use NetGalley or anything like that either. I prefer to go out and actually physically purchase the books or borrow the books from Kindle Unlimited or the library or wherever. But that's just my personal preference. I think for me personally, I think the minute you start taking stuff for free, from my point of view, it feels like that's going to inform my opinion a little bit regardless. So that's just where I sit on it. It's not necessarily true. And everyone has their own sort of mileage with stuff like that. But I like to actually go out and buy the stuff myself. So number 4, ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? No, I will buy books with no idea when I'm going to read them. I still do this now on a regular basis. Evidence of this, haul video from last month. I got very giddy. But the only time I ever get tempted with stuff like this is special editions of books that I've already read. A good example of this is there's an absolutely gorgeous special edition of The Wheel of Time, but it's like hundreds of pounds. And I can't justify spending that. That's number 1. And number 2, I look at this and I think, oh, that looked great on the shelf. And then I think, how many books could I buy that I've not read yet with this money? And that's always the deciding factor. I can have a book that I've already read or I'm not going to read, or I can have all these other books that I am going to read. So there we go. Number 5, have you ever been caught up in booktuber drama? Nope. Don't want to be. Keep it to yourselves. Other people can have drama. I have enough drama in real life. Thank you very much. Number 6. Have you ever had a hate comment and did you respond? I've never had a hate comment. I had a comment on one video a couple of months back, which I wouldn't say is a hate comment, but it was a comment made based on assumptions about the video without watching it. And I read the comment and I pushed back politely and said, look, this is what I said in the video. You're misrepresenting what I've said. And they admitted to not watch it, and they'd seen this book doing the rounds, and they made an assumption. And we had a bit of back and forth because of different views and stuff like that, but it was very polite, very civilized, and we went our separate ways at the end of the sort of comment thread, agreeing to disagree. And it is somebody that I have interacted with since without any issues. What would I do if it was hate comments? Probably just delete it and report. Those buttons exist for a reason. So also there are settings you could put into your YouTube so that certain keywords immediately flag and those comments don't appear. Something worth considering. Number 7, have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? Right, no. So sometimes when I'm covering certain books, I will look at a book and I'll go, this one should do really well. I'm normally wrong. There's certain videos that I've made that I've expected to do a lot better than they have, and that's not why I've actually chosen to do them. It's just when I've got around to it, I thought, this one should do quite well. 9 times out of 10, I'm wrong, and the ones that have done better quite often tend to be quite niche. Niche videos a lot of the time. Or I'll have one that'll just suddenly, out of nowhere, suddenly start getting loads of views, and then I'll realise there's an adaptation of something that's come out 6 months later. I'll be honest, I wish I knew what would get views, within reason. I don't want to compromise my content that much. But I don't think YouTube knows how its algorithm figures stuff out half the time. So if they don't know, what chance have I got? Come on, let's be honest here. And also, they change the algorithm like every 12 hours, so bleh. Number 8, if you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently? Yes. I'd use different editing software for the early videos, first of all. My audio editing, I would have done a lot better, but these are like technical things. In terms of where the channel is now, I would probably still be a faceless channel, or at least a VTuber channel. For people who've been around a while, I think I switched about a year ago at this point, but for most of the first, year? 9 months-ish, we had a virtual avatar of me on the screen, who was like a talking head. And at one point, because I was doing gaming as well at the time, my intention was to commission an actual proper VTuber avatar and have a proper sort of visual anime sort of representation on screen, and never to have my face there. Obviously, that hasn't happened. Now you have to put up with this mug. But that's sort of the biggest one that I probably would actually change. And that's a confidence issue thing, which may not be obvious, but I really do have crippling self-confidence issues. It takes a lot sometimes to get through these videos. Number 9, are there any channels you wish you could be more like? Not necessarily. There's things that other channels do that I wish I either had the patience or technical knowledge to do. So from a not booktube related video, the Gymquisition, which is a video game channel that puts out a video every Monday talking about issues within the industry. The way that that's edited is such a skill that I wish I could do that. In terms of other things like reading vlogs, stuff like that, I wish I had the patience, the consistency, and the discipline to do them. I look over at the amazing Ellens at Cottage Goth Library and Bookstalgic with Farah and some of the vlogs that they do. Kids are very loud today. The videos that they do are absolutely gorgeous, and I wish I had the sort of technical know-how to sort of get some of the shots that they do, and also the patience and the discipline to actually make a point of doing these things. But I tried once, and I got distracted, and I got bored. I managed 2 days, and then missed like 4 and just deleted everything and thought, that's just not for me. Number 10, what's something you love about your channel, you guys? You know, the best thing about Booktube is the community. I've said this plenty of times. It is, generally speaking, and I've not had any issues whatsoever, but it's generally speaking such a wholesome, supportive community, and you can learn so much from each other, and people are always willing to help you out. You can make some great friends on here. I know I have. So that is For me personally, that is the best thing about my channel, the people that it's allowed me to meet and speak to that I wouldn't have otherwise met. But there we go. That is my Honest Booktuber tag. I'm not going to tag any individual channels. However, if you're watching this video and you're curious about doing it, please let me know. Drop me in the comments and I will come and give you a watch. I hope you've enjoyed my answers today. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you very soon.